Well, I forgot my prep. I had some items I loaded at 123, 136, 208. Didn't even think about them. My prep is nothing though. It's Save America address is 138 Conant Street, second floor, Beverly, Missouri. Uh so yeah, 138, of course, is Donald Trump. 8, always remember that Jesus Christ, a descendant of King David, was raised. Okay. Verse 8, 2 Timothy 2. So remember the actor John David Washington? I told you John wrote the book of Revelation, and Jesus is said to be of the lineage of David. Well, I just came across that Bible verse in my studies like a day later. It was in yesterday or today's, well, it's today's study, because that's when I posted it. A descendant of King David. He is said to be a descendant. Of course, he is, but I mean, they actually word it because obviously there were all these connections between David and Jesus beforehand, and the ones before that. Jesus is descended from all of them, and that's given to us in the lineage passage that opens up Matthew. And but specifically King David, that is said, like that one, that is the one, of course, that stands out. And of course, the actor's name that was in Tenet, and it was in this recent movie with Christian Bale. His name is John, Revelation, David, Jesus, the anti-Jesus of the book of Revelation, John David Washington. And that's what George Washington is a replica of Trump, or the Antichrist. Notice he is up in the Capitol, up there with the angels in the clouds, like a god. And no, they don't think that Washington was. It's all about Trump. Everything is about Trump. Amazon Prime Day, the 12th and the 13th. You know, anytime they have a day, special day slated, you have to keep an eye on that. Trump going down on the 12th. Remember how big our grid was. See previous 2 videos. 1 video away was Michael's amazing prep. 2 videos was me going over the grid. The biggest grid I've ever seen is for the 12th. And so it's Amazon Prime Day on the 12th and the 13th. Should we be worried? LOL. George Prescott Bush, right? Prescott, Arizona is Trump's next rally. And 716 has been popping up a lot lately, as has been 666. In my just, I don't even want to discuss it, but it's been popping up. Lastly, no, yeah. Oh, my dad to the grid lands on the 12th. My dad's death, his birth certificate death. We don't know if he died on the 6th or the 7th because he committed suicide, but the coroner and everybody said it was after midnight. He wanted to die when my mom died on the 6th. And his death does connect to July 12th, tomorrow. So it's very interesting. And I loaded my mom's also. That'll be in August 8th, by the way, 88. And but when I decided to revisit the fact that Jesus ascended 42 days after his death, remember he rose on the 3rd day, then was with them for 40 days, then ascended. And the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit. Well, we know that he rises on the 3rd day. The Dark Knight rises. He does come out of the pit. So his rising on the 3rd day could be his rising, his ascending from, you know, it could be the 7-Eleven. But he could rise spiritually, go into perdition or whatever. But then he might ascend out of the abyss with the spirit of Antichrist 42 days after his death. So I started going back and looking at all 42 days before full moons. And of course, there's dates for all of them. I mean, it's just math. But the one that stuck out was the final full moon, which is December 7th, the World War II day. 42 days before that is October 26th, which is the first day of the Donnie Darko Halloween Festival. Remember, Halloween is all about Day of the Dead. And it was a card tag featured many times in Octopussy. And remember, they would sort of leave it in the scene, just sort of pausing for an extended length of time. And it was in various scenes, this tag, and it crashed. Remember, it was a Volkswagen Beetle, if I'm not mistaken. It's way down on Telling Truth 3. But that card tag of 1026 was all over Octopussy, and of course, James Bond. And also does kick off the Donnie Darko Halloween Festival. So we have to keep our right eye on October 26th when it comes, because he would rise on the third day at the Gateway Arch, wouldn't he? Yes. And then he would ascendeth out of the bottomless pit. On that full moon of IPEC Goat on December 7th. So it's just, that's it for my prep. And be sure to watch Michael's prep, and be sure to watch the video I did on the grid for July 12th. And there was a few other items in there that was pretty interesting. All right. Sorry for 3 videos in a row here late at night. Love y'all. Mean it.